All right, all right. Come closer, my gorgeous little chaos crew. Yeah, you. The ones who can't hide what you are. The ones who walk in with that queen energy like it's a warning label. And you. Queen, stop with that hot smile. I'm serious. Stop. Because you don't smile like a normal person smiles. You smile like a match getting struck in a dark room. You smile like you already know what it's gonna do to people. And you do it anyway. And then you act surprised when someone's whole life starts wobbling. Like, what? Me? Yeah, you. You erect them in the sweetest way. Not with fists, not with threats, not with some dramatic movie villain stuff. Nah. You did it with a look, with a vibe, with the kind of warmth that feels like home, right before it becomes a wildfire. Let's talk about that, because I know exactly what happened. They were fine before you, or at least they were pretending they were fine. They had their routines, their little rules, their I don't care persona, their carefully built emotional bunker with the do not enter sign taped to the door. Then you showed up, not even trying that hard, just existing, just being you. And you gave them that smile, that I see you smile, that I know what you are even if you don't smile. That smile that says, I could ruin you, and you'd thank me for it. And suddenly they're not sleeping right. They're checking their phone like it owes them money. They're replaying conversations in their head like it's a song they can't turn off. They're staring into space, thinking about your laugh, your eyes, your voice, your presence. Like it's a drug they didn't mean to take, but now can't stop craving. And you're over there like, oh, that's cute. No, that's not cute. That's dangerous. Because when someone meets you, when someone really feels you, something inside them starts collapsing. Not the bad stuff first. The control, the fake calm, the armor they've been polishing for years. You didn't just flirt with their attention. You grabbed their whole inner world and shook it until all the hidden feelings fell out like loose change. And here's the part nobody wants to admit. They loved it. They hated it. They loved it again. They hated themselves for loving it. Then they loved you for making them feel alive. Because that's the real damage, isn't it? Not heartbreak, not rejection. It's the fact that you made them feel something real. And once someone tastes real, they can't go back to numb. They tried, though. Oh, they tried. They told themselves you're just a person. They told themselves they've seen better. They told themselves they're not that type. They told themselves, I'm too busy. I'm too grown. I'm too guarded. I'm too smart for this. And then you smiled again. And all that logic, gone, evaporated, like it never existed. That's what you do, Queen. You don't just attract people. You expose them. You show them how lonely they've been acting. You show them how much they've been settling. You show them how long they've been starving for softness and trying to call it strength. And yeah, sometimes your sweetness is the sharpest thing in the room because it's not violent, it's not loud, it's not obvious, it's just unavoidable. You ever see somebody trying to hold it together around you, trying to act normal, trying to keep the mask on, and their voice changes a little. Their posture shifts. Their eyes keep flicking back to you like your gravity. They laugh a little too hard at jokes that aren't even that funny. They suddenly start caring about how they look, what they say, whether you notice them. They start performing, and it's embarrassing, and it's beautiful, and it's the moment they realize they're cooked. Because they didn't plan for you. They didn't train for you. They didn't prepare their defenses for somebody who feels like sunlight but hits like lightning. And you You don't even need to chase. You don't need to beg. You don't need to prove yourself. You walk in and the room starts negotiating with itself. People start trying to become worthy, not because you asked, because your energy makes them confront the gap between who they are and who they could be. That's why it's triggering, because you don't just make them want you. You make them question everything. Their standards, their relationships, their choices, their type, their boundaries, their ego, their entire identity they built on, I don't need anyone. And suddenly the same person who used to brag about being emotionally unavailable is sitting there like, wait, why do I care? Why does this bother me? Why do I want her approval? Why do I feel like I'm losing something if she walks away? Welcome to the circus, sweetheart. Now listen, here's the part I want you to understand, audience. If you're the one getting wrecked, if you're the one feeling destabilized, if you're the one acting tough but secretly spiraling, that doesn't mean you're weak. It means you've been asleep. You've been surviving on autopilot. You've been numbing out, minimizing your needs, pretending you don't care because caring costs something. And then somebody like her shows up and your nervous system goes, oh, so this is what alive feels like. That's not weakness. That's your heart waking up and stretching like it's been in a cage. But here's the warning, and I need you to hear this, Queen. Your smile, it's a gift. It's also a blade. Not because you mean harm, but because you don't always realize what people bring to you. Some people come to you already cracked, already bleeding inside, already one bad day away from losing it, and your sweetness feels like salvation to them. So they start worshiping the feeling you give them. They start confusing your attention with healing. They start thinking if they can just be close to you, they won't feel empty anymore. And that's where things get messy. Because you can't be someone's oxygen forever. You're not a life support machine. You're not a rehab center. You're a person, a powerful one, but still a person. So if you're gonna walk around with that kind of smile, you have to wield it like you respect it. Not fear it, respect it. Because a queen doesn't apologize for being magnetic. A queen just learns how to hold the crown without burning the entire kingdom down. And now, I'm gonna get real uncomfortable. Because empowerment isn't pretty, it's honest. Queen, are you smiling because you're happy? Or because you know it works? Are you charming because it's who you are? Or because you're trying to stay in control? Are you being sweet because you mean it? Or because sweetness is the safest way to keep people close without letting them too deep? Yeah, that's the part people don't like. Because sometimes that hot smile is armor. Sometimes it's a distraction. Sometimes it's a way to keep people hungry so they don't notice you're scared of being truly seen. And if that's you, if that hit a nerve, good. Because today is the day you stop playing small with big power. If you're the queen, then act like it. Not the insecure version, not the performative version, not the I'll ruin them before they can leave me version. The real version. The one who knows her value doesn't come from how many hearts she can shake. It comes from how she can stand in her own presence without needing anybody to validate it. And for the ones who got wrecked by her, listen to me. Breathe. Stop turning this into a tragedy. You didn't get destroyed. You got exposed. You got shown where you're still starving, where you're still searching, where you still need to do the work. Because if a smile can knock you off your axis, that means your axis was never stable. And that's not shame. That's information. So take the information, use it. Stop stalking their socials like it's gonna give you closure. Stop rereading messages like it's a ritual. Stop building fantasies and then punishing yourself for not living inside them. Instead, get serious. Get in the gym. Get your money right. Fix your sleep. Clean your room. Handle your health. Call your friends back. Start the thing you keep putting off. Say what you mean. Mean what you say, because the most savage revenge is not bitterness. It's becoming so solid that nobody can shake you like that again, unless they actually earn it. And Queen, if you really are her, if you really carry that energy, then don't be cheap with it. Don't throw your smile around like spare change. Don't give people just enough to keep them addicted and then act confused when they crash. Don't play with devotion like it's entertainment. A queen doesn't need to wreck people to feel powerful. A queen makes people better just by existing near them because her standards force growth. So here's what I want you to do. And I mean today. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I the kind of woman who leaves people better or just more obsessed? And if you're honest, if you realize you've been collecting attention like trophies, cool. No guilt spiral, no fake apology tour, just growth. You can be sweet and still be responsible. You can be magnetic and still be kind. You can be dangerous and still be intentional, because the sweetest wreckage is when someone meets you and finally decides to stop living like a victim. When your smile doesn't become their downfall, but their wake-up call. And for you, yeah, you, sitting there with your chest tight because this is hitting too close. Stop calling it love when it's really withdrawal. Stop calling it destiny when it's really attachment. Stop calling it she's perfect when you haven't even met the whole human behind the crown. If she's a queen, she's not here to save you. She's here to test you, to challenge you, to force you to rise. So, rise. Let that hot smile be the spark, not the cage. Let the wreckage become a blueprint. Let the obsession turn into discipline. Let the longing turn into momentum. Because if a single person can break your focus, then your focus was never yours in the first place. And the moment you take it back, the whole world starts looking different. And that's when you realize you weren't falling apart. You were being rebuilt. And you can feel it happening right now, in your chest, in your breath, in the way your mind is starting to say, okay, so what do I do next? And that's when you lean in and you decide you're not going to beg for a smile ever again. You're going to become the kind of presence that makes the room go quiet when you walk in, because you learned the lesson and you're not done with it, not even close. Because that's the difference between being impressed and being unchained. Being impressed fades. Being unchained rewires you. That queen smile didn't just mess with your feelings. It messed with your identity. It touched that part of you that's been pretending you don't want more. You know the part that acts chill, the part that jokes everything off, the part that says, I'm good, with a straight face while your chest is screaming. You were out here calling it peace. That wasn't peace. That was you playing dead to avoid getting hurt. And then she showed up. That hot smile. That glow that looks soft but hits like a punch. And the dead parts of you started twitching. You felt it. That weird heat behind the ribs. That sudden urge to do better. That random need to prove yourself. That jealousy you didn't think you had. That fear you didn't want to admit. The way you started moving different. talking different, thinking different, even walking different. You looked at yourself like, who even am I acting like? Exactly. That's the point. Because when somebody triggers you like that, it's not always about them. It's about what they activated. They activated the hunger. They activated the insecurity. They activated the hope. They activated the grief. They activated the dream you buried because it was easier to say you didn't care. And you hate her for it. A little. You love her for it. A lot. You want to know what real wreckage looks like? It's not crying in the shower. It's not a sad playlist. It's not typing a message then deleting it. Real wreckage looks like you sitting in silence, staring at the ceiling, realizing your whole "I'm fine" era was a lie. Real wreckage looks like you recognizing you've been half living. Real wreckage looks like you feeling too much and not knowing where to put it. And that's where people get it twisted. They blame her smile. They blame her eyes. They blame her energy. The truth is uglier. The truth is better. You were overdue. Overdue for a wake-up call. Overdue for a reality check. Overdue for a moment where the mask slips and you finally see the cost of being numb. That queen didn't destroy you. She exposed the part of you that needed rebuilding anyway. And queen, yeah, I'm talking to you again, because I know you feel the power in your own face. You've watched people fold in real time. You've watched the tough ones get quiet. You've watched the loud ones start stuttering. You've watched the confident ones start second-guessing themselves. And it feeds you. Don't lie. It feeds you because it reminds you that you matter. That's not evil. That's human. But power with no self-awareness turns into a mess. A pretty mess. A tragic mess. A mess that leaves people addicted to a version of you that isn't even real. Because sometimes that hot smile is a performance. Sometimes it's a shield with glitter on it. Sometimes it's you saying, "Look at this," so nobody looks behind it. Behind it is the part of you that gets tired. The part that feels lonely even in a room full of people. The part that wonders if anyone would stay if you stopped being that girl for 5 minutes. That part deserves respect, too. That part deserves softness, too. That part deserves a life that isn't built on reactions and attention and proving something. And everybody listening who got wrecked by a queen like that. Listen close. If you keep chasing the smile, you're gonna miss the lesson. If you keep treating her like the solution, you're gonna keep refusing to solve yourself. People get addicted to what a queen represents. Confidence, freedom, heat, danger. That "I don't need you" energy that makes you want her even more. And you start thinking, if she chose me, I'd finally feel chosen. That's the trap. Feeling chosen isn't supposed to be outsourced. That's something you build in your own spine. That's something you earn in private. When nobody's watching. When the phone is face down. When your feelings are loud. And you don't run, because real confidence isn't loud. Real confidence is disciplined. Real confidence is boring sometimes. Real confidence is you doing what you said you'd do, even when nobody claps. That's why her smile hit you like that. It wasn't magic, it was contrast. She looked like everything you weren't allowing yourself to be. Bold, unapologetic, present, alive. And you felt small next to that. Not because you are small, because you've been shrinking yourself on purpose. Shrinking to be liked. Shrinking to avoid conflict. Shrinking to keep peace with people who never protected your peace in the first place. Shrinking because you got tired of disappointment. And she walked in like a reminder that shrinking is a choice. A slow one, a daily one. That's why it burns. Because the mind hates mirrors. The ego hates mirrors. The soul loves them. That's the Joker truth. People don't fear monsters. People fear seeing themselves. You saw yourself. You saw what you tolerate. You saw what you settle for. You saw what you avoid. You saw how you beg quietly without words. You saw how you pretend you don't need affection while secretly starving for it. And suddenly you're mad at her, at you, at life. Good. Anger is energy. Energy can be shaped. If you're sitting there feeling that heat in your gut, that itch under your skin, that I need to change something pressure, that's your body voting for a new life, a new standard, a new pace, a new you and queen. If you're the one doing the wrecking, hear this without getting defensive. Being a queen isn't about collecting people. It's about collecting yourself. It's about saying what you mean. It's about not fishing for attention and calling it vibes. It's about not punishing people with distance just because closeness scares you. It's about not acting sweet and then disappearing like your softness was a prank. That hot smile, it's not the problem. The intention behind it is the whole game. If you smile to manipulate, people will break. If you smile from truth, people will grow. And the ones who got wrecked, stop romanticizing the wreckage. Stop calling chaos chemistry. Stop calling inconsistency mystery. Stop calling pain passion. A queen doesn't have to hurt you to be powerful. If she hurts you and calls it love, that's not royalty. That's insecurity wearing a crown. And if you keep chasing that, you're not in love. You're in a loop of hunger, a loop of fantasy, a loop of maybe today, a loop of waiting for a text like it's a life raft. That's not love. That's you abandoning yourself in slow motion. The fix isn't to hate her. The fix isn't to worship her. The fix is to take back your center. Take it back when you wake up and your first thought is her. Take it back when you reach for your phone like a reflex. Take it back when you start replaying moments and rewriting them into a movie that never happened. Take it back when you start thinking you need to become someone else to be enough. Enough is built. Enough is practiced. Enough is earned. A queen's smile can spark you. It can't carry you. And deep down you know that, because the moment you're alone, the truth shows up. The truth is quiet. The truth is heavy. The truth says, stop running. Stop running from the work. Stop running from the mirror. Stop running from the life you keep delaying. Because the wildest flex isn't being wanted by a queen. The wildest flex is being so solid that if she walks in smiling like fire, your heart doesn't collapse. Your mind doesn't beg. Your dignity doesn't leave your body. Your focus stays yours. Your goals stay loud. Your standards stay sharp. Your self-respect stays in the room. And you can look right back at that hot smile with your own kind of heat. The kind that says, you're not here to be wrecked. You're here to be real. You're here to be chosen by yourself first. You're here to move different, talk different, live different. And the next time you feel that old craving creeping up, you don't panic, you don't chase, you don't fold. You breathe, you steady, you hold your own gaze, you feel the pull, you feel the temptation, you feel the storm, and you stay standing like you were built for it. Like you've been waiting for this exact test, like you've got something in you that refuses to go back to sleep, refuses to go back to half-love, refuses to go back to begging for a smile. Because your life is bigger than a moment, bigger than a look, bigger than a crown, bigger than the sweetest wreckage. And the part of you that's waking up right now is getting louder, and it's saying,